Hello and welcome to Grandma's Attic. My name is Kelly Roadway Hadjic, and right now, Dot Ames' grandma is in Florida right now, and she will be back next week. So moi is filling in. This evening I have for you Gene Parise from Westerly, Rhode Island.
Thank you.
Take it away.
Take it away. Thanks a lot. I'm going to do a mix of some favorite covers and some originals. The first original I'm going to open up with is called How Is It? And it's appropriate because it's kind of a reflection about being a songwriter. Wrote it all down in my little book, filled with some reason, some rhyme, even a hook. Reading it now seems to just make little sense. Shades of confusion, what was thought and what was meant. How is it that there's moments when we know where we were, where we are, and where to go? How is it sometimes we just might go blind? Maybe it's easy to forget, easy to leave it all behind. I sang it out loud in my little song, preaching just what I thought was right from wrong. Oh, such a fool, thinking I dare to judge. So convenient to forget what it is that I begrudge. How is it that there's these moments when we know where we were, where we are, and where to go? How is it sometimes we just might go blind? Maybe it's easy to forget, easy to leave it all behind. The poet, the prophets, and the sage fall when pride takes center stage. The master, the teacher, and lovers misled. Cliches and headlines sell better instead. How is it that there's moments when we know where we are and where to go. How is it sometimes that we just might go blind? Maybe it's easy to forget, easy to leave it all behind, easy to leave it all behind, easy to leave it all behind. Thank you. So Frank, you're a Dylan fan, and I'm going to do a Bob Dylan song for my friend that I've been reacquainted with here today. It's called One More Cup of Coffee. The great Bob Dylan. Your breath is sweet, your eyes like two jewels in the sky. Your back is straight, your hair is smooth on the pillow where you lie. But I don't sense affection or no gratitude or love. Your loyalty is not to me, but to the stars above. Oh, one more cup of coffee for the road. One more cup of coffee before I go to the valley below. You know your daddy, he's an outlaw, a wanderer by trade. He'll teach you how to pick and choose. He's gonna show you how to throw the blade. He oversees his kingdom, so no stranger does intrude. His voice, it trembles as he calls out for another plate of food. Coffee for the road. One more cup of coffee before I go to the valley below. To the valley below. Your sister sees a future like your mama and yourself. You know you never learned to read or write. There are no books upon your shelf. And your pleasure knows no limits. Your voice is like a meadowlark, but your heart is like an ocean, mysterious and dark. One more cup of coffee for the road. One more cup of coffee before I go to the valley below. To the valley below. is a new song based on meeting a stranger at the Dutch in London, popular little bar. We made eye contact when I came in, and I made a friend, imposing, big, tall guy with a beret and a patch, and he went on to tell me about his younger years playing basketball in South Providence with some people that went on to be, major basketball stars. So I thought it was really a funny, ironic twist of fate meeting him. And this is called Down in the City. Flickers, calling on a cold winter night, as a ball game hums in that high corner ever so bright. But something changed as his left eye I met with a patch on the other I could just not forget. Towering tall, his beret was so well placed, with a certain command in this crusty room that he graced. I sensed the wisdom of tales, I knew where to come. We nodded in harmony and talked over some rum. He said, down in the city, back long ago, rusted rims, tattered nets, and some cheap old radios. A symphony of sound still rings in my ears. Oh, the glory, though cheap, it never needed no cheers. You know, they often say that those were the days, living through struggles, just trying to cut through some haze. The game was a solace, the glue and the cement. All the pain covered cleanly the pain of his lament. He said, down in the city, back long ago, rusted rims, tattered nets, and some cheap old radios. A symphony of sound still rings in his ears. The glory, though it was cheap, it never needed no cheers. The glory, though cheap, never needed no cheers. La-dee-da, la-dee-da-da. Deanna, you're going to hear some of the same songs that you've heard me play over and over again. So, I'm just going to do this classic one. childhood living is easy to do. All the things that you wanted, I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know who I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hands. Horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away. And I watched you suffer a dull and aching pain, and now you've decided to show me the same. No sweeping exits, or stage lines can make me feel better. Or treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away. I know you dreamed a sin and a lie. Oh yeah, but I have my freedom. But I don't have much time. And faith has been broken, and tears must be cried. Oh babe, now let's do some living. After we die, wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses will ride them someday. All right, let's do another original here. What can I do? Okay, this one is the first love song I ever wrote for someone dear to my heart.
Yeah, who would that be?
That is Christina. Yes. It's called Lover's Realm. Didn't know what I was doing when I wrote it. It's just a lot of images and okay. Walk me down the byway, though it seems not to be too clear or bright, as dusky skies beckon to the night. Come the morn, we'll go the safe way, moss-filled branches hanging high, dew-drenched grasses yearning up to the sky. What's to see and what's to know, seems to be things come and go. Her heart is red, beating, fills the air as she's nearby with blissful eye. What's to see, oh I think I know, seems to be that things now do show, that this mystery it might overwhelm, but life is clear in this lover's realm. Tell me a story or two of just how love found you so much, or maybe a fable told with your sweetened touch. Might I hear it now? Oh yes, please. Sailing like songs in a heavenly breeze, lifting high that lilting tone of your voice. Shall I wonder anymore, for that choice is made to walk through that door. Time to praise forces from high, no longer need to question why. What's to see, what's to know, seems to be things do come and go. Her heart is red, beating, fills the air as she's nearby with a blissful eye. What's to see, oh I think I know, seems to be things now do show. Mystery it might overwhelm, but life is clear in this lover's realm. Life is clear in this lover's realm. Thank you. This is probably the saddest song I'll do today. This is an original too. It's called The Grip. Door opens softly, not a trace of sound. The locks are all turned down and dark. He looks around. That closet calls again, as on every late single lonely night. He turns a knob deftly in the dim of the late light. Oh yeah. plucks his ice with cunning, so that not a sound is heard. His young ones are sleeping deeply, and they're hearing not a word. The potions fill up high, and the fizz it fills down low. He takes it all down again, all too easily it goes. The mittens are coats, the broom's reaching low to that cold corner floor. In the darkness he surely knows. His trembling hand, it can tell by the grip, or the wine from the rum, without even a sip. The room's touch is cold, the heart it feels the same. That hollow rush of spirits flowing down into his veins, as the cat, it wonders why she might be to blame. The heart wonders now, will redemption heal the shame? Oh yeah. Take another round, oh, sink into the dim, stare into the void as the world, it still spins and spins. I said, hang on, stay on, fighting, falling away, as the clock ticks now to the empty dawning of another day. Oh yeah. The mittens are coats, and the broom's reaching low to that cold corner floor. In the darkness he surely knows. The trembling hand can tell by the grip, or the wine from the rum, without even a sip. The trembling hand, it can tell by the grip, the wine from the rum, without even a sip.
We got time for one more.
Okay, and then there's one. Okay. Does it? Thank you. I'm really fussy about it, what it sounds like. Thank you. Songs. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna do a Pink Floyd song. It's my version of Time. Ticking away the moments and make up a dull day. Fritting waste the hours in an offhand way. Kicking around a piece of ground in your hometown, waiting for someone something to show you the way. Tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. You are young and life is long. There's time to kill today. Then one day you find 10 years got behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. You run, you catch up with the sun. Now it's sinking. Racing around to come up behind you once again. The sun is the same in a relative way. Now you're older. Shorter of breath and one day closer to death. Every year's getting shorter. You never seem to find the time. Plans that either come to naught or a half page of scribbled lines. Hanging on. Quiet desperation is the English way. The time is gone, the song is over. Thought I have something more to say. Dismount it. The mute button here.
Look at that beautiful guitar.
What's that?
I'm looking at that beautiful guitar. Let me mic you up. Do you know how to do it?
Kind of.
Just kind of go under your shirt and
Come up.
yeah. Take your time. We have plenty of time.
Just clip it, right?
Yep.
Does it have to face a certain way? Or just...
Up.
It doesn't matter which way it faces.
Okay.
Gets stuck under your hair, then you can't.
There you go.
Okay.
We did it. Yay! So we're on still, right? Still rolling.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for gracing
you.
us
Thanks.
here on
Yeah.
Grandma's Attic.
Yeah.
When I first seen you come in and I seen your guitar and I immediately picked up, I was like picking up a very strong Spanish
Yeah.
sound that was going to be coming from you and that
Say
guitar.
to me. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I get that observation. Yeah.
So I was wondering, do you have any Spanish influences in your music at all?
Not really.
Not really. It's just coming out like that.
It's just a sound that I like. Yeah, I like
That sound.
Yeah, I like the touch of that. You know.
I love
There's
it.
a romantic quality to it.
Very much
Yeah,
so.
right,
Very
yeah,
much so.
Right.
Now that leads me into who are your influences?
It's changed through my life, but
Well,
you know,
we changed,
the first thing, I'm a generation that grew up with the Beatles.
Yay, Beatles.
From there, I liked British rock, Eric Clapton, Blind Faith, into Jimi Hendrix, and then Allman Brothers, big. Never was a big Grateful Dead fan, as I tell friends of mine that are real big Deadheads.
Right.
I said I'm an ally, but not a Deadhead. I was not a fan. Eagles, Bob Dylan. I really wasn't a fan of rock, though. You
Really?
know, when I say rock, as music morphed into like, I don't know.
Well, that heavier sound?
I'm not a heavy metal fan at all. And then as time's gone on, I recently have really eaten up and got exposed to like John Prine, Justin Townes Earle, Bruce Springsteen, Ray LaMontagne. There's just so many great songwriters, you know.
Oh, I would have to agree.
Right. And then there's, you know, different local bands that influenced me. You know.
That's where I'm at in
Right.
life is the local music
Right.
and getting turned on to new music
Right.
because, you know, we've heard some
Yeah.
of the same songs over
Yeah.
and over and
I
just to
mean,
hear something new.
I became friends with masterful songwriter who, his name is John Speziale. And we met about 15, 20 years ago. And then in around 2010, I formed a duo with him, with people prodding us to do it. And then a trio it became eventually. Major influence on me. Some other great songwriters in the area that I revere, Sandy Allen. from
Oh,
Westerly.
Sandy, wonderful.
And I've had the blessing to actually be on stage and perform with him at different times. Jim Carpenter, the Julios. They're people that really, you know, rub off on me about
Well,
songwriting.
we look up to those
Yeah,
bands
yeah,
very much
yeah.
here in
And
southeastern
I'm
Connecticut.
grateful and forever grateful that I can call them friends, you know. Yeah. Yeah.
That is so true.
Oh, another one I should not forget,
Let's not forget him,
Carl Franklin from New London.
Carl Franklin.
Because we had a tremendous, the best band I was ever in my life for 6 or 7 years.
And what band is that?
It was called Wheelhouse. It started in around 2008-9. A woman I met randomly at Perks and Corks in Westerly one night named Amy Coffey. And Frank knows her well. Frank has played bass with us. Power singer, fabulous, breathy, soulful. I was like blown away she wanted to perform with me. We formed a duo, and it caught on fire. It caught on fire in downtown. And Carl came in one night and joined us and became a trio. Then we added a drummer, the late Art Falcone, played with us. Rest in peace. Amazing. Frank played bass sometimes. Jay Franklin, Carl's brother, would play with us. And it was something else, really something else, yeah.
So that ran for a good 8 years or so?
7 or 8 years,
7 or
yeah.
8 years.
Yep.
So where do you see yourself now looking
Well,
at the future?
COVID stopped everything.
Oh,
My
I
life, what happened
understand.
was in 2008, I moved to downtown Westerly, coming out of a whole conflagration of things, the Great Recession, the company that I was with. I was a designer for 30 years, a high-end interior kitchen designer, bath designer. I had a corrupt owner. He was running the company into the ground. I was depressed because I was going through a divorce. Took a leave of absence, never went back to the company. 6 months later, out of business, but I lost everything with the divorce.
I'm
House,
sorry to hear
career.
that.
But I moved downtown and just rediscovered my music life.
That's what I was just going to say.
Meeting this club that I became familiar with, and then they asked me, I started an open mic in 2010. It ran for 10 years, which was sensational. And then I booked all the music for them. So I managed their live entertainment, and they had music every night of the week. So I was booking 24 acts a month every month.
Wow.
For 10 years, without a mistake, without a double booking. Really never issues. It was really something, and I met so many amazing musicians, because we would have a chance to get musicians coming through like on a Wednesday night that were touring, going to Boston, and they'd play at our place.
That's
you know.
wonderful, and people would come out
Yes,
even
yeah,
on a
so
Wednesday night.
was a songwriter night, or these touring artists, you know. When I did different things, like the first Friday was jazz night and that kind of thing, yeah.
So that's very lovely,
Yeah.
you know, having such an
Yeah.
eclectic mix of
Right.
different artists
And
and different
that's where
music.
I met. I met so many musicians, had the band Wheelhouse. I got reinvigorated. I had wonderful times. COVID hit, ended it all. They stopped having live music at Perks, although they are doing a Wednesday night songwriter night now and still do the open mic on Monday.
And I was very conservative about it. I stayed indoors, or didn't go out to any clubs or restaurants or anything till the spring of 2022.
Yeah.
Being careful with my age with COVID. And then I got back out, started writing more songs, started going to open mics as a
Good.
way to feel that again, perform live, feel that, get my sound. And
Well,
now
we're
I'm-
definitely feeling it
now
here.
I'm doing gigs, I have my own gigs, and I still do some open mics. I also assist my girlfriend the last Sunday of every month with a notable open mic at the Custom House Museum on Bank Street in New London. She's a volunteer at the museum, very active there, does a lot of stuff for them. And she started an open mic there, and it's done in the museum room. And what's different about that open mic is there's no televisions, there's no bar.
So what time is
People
it?
are sitting, and it's a listening event. There's a baby grand piano, so a piano player can play. It's incredibly busy right now, though. We're getting 20 to 25 performers.
So what time is the open mic for any of the viewers that would like to
6
come
to
down?
9.
So 6 to 9 every
The
Sunday.
last Sunday.
Last
of
Sunday.
Every month, yeah.
Last Sunday of every month.
Yeah. And I met
Here in New London.
Yeah, and through all that, it's how I met Deanna.
Wonderful.
And you, Frank. And yeah.
Well, that's the beauty of music. It brings people
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And, you may have lost everything, but then you shed that skin,
Yeah.
and now you're
Yeah.
you're
Well,
back.
I've had a couple friends say to me when they would see me perform sometimes, this is before COVID, they would say, I got to tell you, Gene, I went, what? They go, you look like, I don't think I've ever seen you look as happy as you look right now. You have a whole different energy, and it's true.
Well,
It's
you have
true.
a very calming feeling
Yeah.
about yourself, and
Thanks.
that you feel like you're in a good
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
place with your
Right.
music
Yep.
and things of
Yeah.
that. And I'm
Right.
it's a pleasure to
Thanks.
meet you
Yeah.
today
Thank you.
and to be able to share this moment
Yep.
with you, and
Yep.
and to grace everybody out there also with
Right.
your music.
Yeah.
So you play music as well at the open mics?
Yes.
Now-
Yeah. And the other thing I do, it's a side project, but Christina is like a computer. She's an amazing artist, a painter, creative. She's done amazing stuff. And her memory, she holds on and can tell you things like this from history, from verse, from poetry. And she's a huge Leonard Cohen fan. And she doesn't feel she can sing, but she knows spoken word really well. So we do Leonard Cohen material as a performance, where she does spoken word parts and I do singing parts in the piece with the guitar.
That sounds like a future show.
It's kind of cool. Yeah.
But-
The problem is it's not something you can perform. You can't perform at a club or make income with it, but certain special things you can,
Right,
like a
but
listening
it's going to
thing.
touch people,
Yeah,
and I guess
right.
that's
Right.
why people do
Yeah.
do music.
Yep.
And you do it very lovely, I have
Thank
to
you.
say.
Yep.
And I guess we're going to have time for one more song.
Okay.
And do you know what you're going to play for us?
I'm going to do a cover. It's a song I recently discovered called Till I Gain Control Again by Rodney Crowell.
And you have stumped me.
Yeah, and I see myself in some ways in that song, in my relationship with Christina that
Well,
I
I
work
wish
through.
you
So,
all the best.
yeah, it's a
with
beautiful
your,
song. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Deanna gets to hear it.
Okay, we're going to take your mic off.
Oh, yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Get very far.
No.
Okay.
Just throw it on the chair.
Songs. So as I said, this is by Rodney Crowell, called Till I Gain Control Again.
just like the sun over the mountaintop. You know I'll always come again. You know I love to spend my morning times just like sunlight dancing on your skin. I've never gone so wrong as for telling lies to you. What you have seen is what I have been. There is nothing that I can hide from you. You see me better than I can. Out on the road that lies before me now, there are some turns where I will spin. I only hope that you will hold me now till I can gain control again. Like a lighthouse, you must stand alone. Landmark, a sailor's journey's end. As I said, there ain't nothing I can hide from you till I gain control again. Before me now, there are some turns where I will spin. I only hope that you will hold me now till I gain control again. Hope that you will hold me now till I gain control again.